Hey guys, Barry here, and welcome back to the IGS podcast. And this is just incredible. Here we have the Matthew Modine here on the phone. Hello, sir. How are you? All the way in America. How's it going?
I'm doing very well, thank you, Barry.
Like, this is just incredible.
How's the weather and how's the weather?
Oh, it's terrible. See, at times it's just sunny, or at times it's just, most of the time it's raining. That's how Ireland is anyway. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. If you don't like the weather right now, you wait 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, and then it just like you go out for maybe 10 seconds for the sun, and then it starts raining again.
Yeah. Now, Barry, you may not know this, but I worked in Limerick last year. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, wait a sec. I think I remember you. Oh yeah, you were on Twitter, and I was tweeting you about it actually.
Yeah, I was in Limerick, and I made a wonderful film which I haven't seen yet called The Martini Shot.
Oh, like, do you know if it's coming to DVD or is it going to be online to watch?
Film distribution is the most complicated thing about the business today. So, who the hell knows what happens with all that I'm in control of is between action and cut. So, the lesson that you learn is that you have to do the very best you can between action and cut, or if you're on stage, when the curtain goes up and when the curtain goes down. Everything else is out of your control.
Exactly. So so people who don't know who you are, tell us a bit about yourself, because we do actually have a lot in common.
Well, if they don't know who I am, I don't know why the hell they'd be listening to the podcast.
Exactly, that's the point. Like,
yeah,
like you do star.
You have made the introduction to who I am. I'm Matthew Modine, and I have too many credits to sort of talk about in the short span of time that we have to talk today. But I've been working in the business for 40 years. Probably the young people, if you have young people that listen to your podcast, they would know me from Stranger Things. And people that are my age and sort of in between probably know Full Metal Jacket or a whole bunch of films.
Yeah, and like, it's cool that you're actually part of The Dark Knight Rises too, which is kind of, for me, that's pretty amazing. Like, you're part of Batman history. Yeah.
And Memphis Belle, about the B-17s in the Second World War. That's a very popular film in the UK. And not, I don't know about Ireland if they enjoy the film, but it was made in the Midlands in Lincolnshire, as was Full Metal Jacket. Full Metal Jacket was filmed. The Vietnam portion was just filmed outside of London, and some stage work where we shoot the sniper and an American Air Force base from the Second World War called Bassingbourn Airfield.
That's pretty amazing. And I guess I should mention that you are neighbours with a famous Irish actor, one of my own, Liam Neeson.
Yeah, I was. We sold our house. We moved away, but Liam and I were still good mates, and he's an absolute gentleman, and he's got two beautiful children, and he's a dear man.
Yeah, and have you ever asked him to do the Taken thing, like call to your house, scare one of your children or whatever for the laugh?
Have I ever asked him to do what?
His Taken, like if I find you, I will kill you speech.
No. When my kids were little, he would do things from Star Wars. He would, that was the movie that they really loved. My kids are older now, so they might get a giggle out of that, but it's always kind of embarrassing to ask actors to do famous lines from movies.
Yeah.
But he's a real gentleman.
Yeah, like, he really seems like it. And I guess, as you know, I'm a massive fan of Stranger Things, and like, your work is absolutely fantastic in season 1 and in season 2 as well. And like, obviously you don't have to say anything, but I don't know, will we see a glimpse of you in season 3? Who knows?
Yeah, you tell me.
I know. I will tell you. What is it? 4th of July. The next season comes out. If I'm correct.
Yes, yeah, 4th of July.
Yeah. Like, what was your?
It. Go ahead.
No, no. Sorry. You go ahead, sir.
Oh, I was just going to say it's interesting to see what's going to happen with the show because the kids are not kids anymore. They're, when I worked with 11, she was 11 with Millie Bobby Brown, and she's a young woman now, and the other kids are teenagers. A couple of them have graduated from high school. Some of them are of college age now. So it's the innocent world that we all created in season one. Is quite a different world now, and so it's going to be interesting to see how the show develops. It may go back in time. It may go, obviously, we wonder why 11's called 11, and we assume that means that there were 10 before her. So, is that the direction that the show will take? There's a book that's out right now, and a comic book, Dark Horse Comics, about Stranger Things. That's all about Dr. Brenner. Pre 11, there's a book called Suspicious Mind that's on the New York Times bestseller list.
It's pretty amazing. Like, I do plan to get the comic myself, and I guess like your story in particular is just really interesting in season one. It's like how it all unfolds, and like even you going to the, I guess, is it the restaurant at the very start of the show, and trying to pick her up, like. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, what I always wonder, people say Dr. Brenner's evil, Dr. Brenner's bad, but you have to ask yourself now. If you go back and look at the show, how many people did Dr. Brenner kill? How many arms did he break? And then if you ask yourself, how many people did 11 kill? How many arms did she break? And there's quite the number's quite long, and so. Is Dr. Brenner pursuing her because he knows how dangerous she is? But this is just me and my point of view as the person who's playing the role. My feeling is she's escaped from the laboratory. What happens if she gets into the hands of someone that's truly evil?
I know, and especially with her eating all the waffles. I say the waffles is the power to her. Her success.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
And I guess I'm a stage performer myself. Like I've done musicals, and the past musical I done there was Annie there about 3 months ago. And like have you done any musicals? I guess plays since then.
I haven't done musicals since I was in high school.
And what kind of shows did you do then?
Well, the only one that I would have loved to have done was Oliver, and it was a really amateur production of Oklahoma, and I was really upset that I didn't get to play Curly, who sings "There's a Bright Golden Haze on the Meadow."
Yeah,
that song, and I was relegated to the chorus, so. So be it. I was a young kid, and I had big ideas about who I was, and I it was good. It's better you start in the chorus. You learn so much being a spear holder in productions. You get to watch the other actors working. You get to learn what not to do, what mistakes other people make, and it's all part of the learning curve.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I guess just last question before we head off. Like, if you were, I guess, if someone contacted you about doing a musical, like, would you, like even for a movie or, I guess a stage production, would you ever consider doing it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Why not?
Something like maybe Les Mis.
Maybe not Les Mis. You got to have pretty operatic vocal ability to play that role. Although Russell Crowe, didn't he sing? He did his own singing in Les Mis, didn't he?
Yeah, like they all done their own singing. Like, what was cool that they were all kind of they sang live at the moment when they were recording, had like an earpiece, with piano in their ear.
Yeah. No, I thought Russell Crowe did a very good job in that film, and La La Land was brilliant, and but this is the history of the motion picture industry. That actors in the past, they all had to be able to have a little bit of song and dance in them, and there's some the only actors today that really have song and dance in them are really Indian actors. That's a requirement of their profession to be able to sing and dance.
Yeah. So Matthew, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate you taking the time to come on the show today. And where can we find you on social media?
At Matthew Modine with 2 T's. At Matthew Modine on Twitter and at Matthew Modine on Instagram.
Awesome. All right, guys, maybe we'll see Matthew Modine in a Call of Duty game. But thanks for watching. And Matthew Modine, thank you so much. And thanks again.
Okay, thank you very much, Barry.
Thank you. Bye-bye.